Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the DIY Reloaded series, where I am transporting the last load of silage bales off of field 41 to the biogas plant. I need to cheat because I'm really bad at learning the field numbers for some reason. I've never been good with those. It's not just I don't know this map or anything like that. It's generally that I'm not good with that. So live with it, or you can watch someone else who can learn the field numbers. I'm not gonna be angry at you. Anyway, what's going on is that um, right now I'm dropping this last load over there, and I'm going to pick up a contract for some grasswork. My aim is to do field 13. It's not seen on this map, but trust me guys, it's a grass field. And it's a cutting, windrowing, baling and wrapping operation. And then funnily enough, the dropping point for the bales is at the middle of my own farm, which is quite news to me. It looks like there is a contraband silage selling operation that uses my farm as a dropping point without my knowledge uh, or my consent. Now I will become part of it. So uh, this is what's going to happen, and it's super awesome because you can finally see my mower and swatter in action. uh, I bet you guys wanna see that stuff. I've been talking about it for I don't know how long time. Oh, that was a bad thing. That's why I usually don't undo the. Oh, now what? Come on. Okay, it doesn't pick that up. Anyway, where's the? Now what? Oh, now it's supposed. I. Oh, dude. I wanted to pick up that one stupid bale. Now it's all going to look like shit. I'm not happy about this one bit. Mm, come on. And that's because I pressed just one bad button. That's why. Alright, I don't care about it. So, uh, and what's going to happen is that while we're doing this contract, every now and then I'm going to visit back over here to drop some of the bales, because right now, as it turns out, I get a flipping good price for it, as for normal difficulty where I'm running right now. And altogether I'm looking to make, and I am standing to make, what's even better than looking to make, about I think 150 grand off of silage bales if I can sell all of the amount that I just dropped off on the ideal price. So that is certainly a thing, and it's going to be good because if I can make that 150 grand, then I can put it back into the loan. So I will be left with like 100 grand, or not even 100 grand, and that is easily doable. Hopefully with the oat harvest uh, that I will have like in the next during the next in-game day. So that's a thing to look forward to, and it's going to be magnificent. And look, it seems like I can be done with this whole debt ordeal in a week or so, realistically. That would be pretty cool because from then on, all the money that I make is for me, and I don't really have to consider the payments that are due, and I can start to grow unhindered. And when that happens, that is when I'm going to cut this one field over here, and I'm going to do a huge sale from here just as well. It's going to be cool, pretty cool actually. And I think once the oat is done and I have lived out all my baling perversions, so to speak. I think I will do either canola or beans. I mostly think I'm going to go with beans first. Actually, how about I park these bales over here? Yeah, let's go like this. Now I don't put the trailer too far because I'm going to need that for the contract. But the first thing I'm going to use the pickup on is going to be my tricky baling setup. And this one time I wanted to do this. This one time running the baler with the John Deere is out of the question because, as you may have seen, my green tractor is down at the biogas plant to move the bales in. As it stands, the local biogas plant uh, is operating without a loading machine for the time being, just simply because their old JCB telehandler has broken down, and I don't know, the owner seems quite clueless as to how to replace it or fix it or anything like that. And seriously, guys, I'm not the one to do that for other people. I mean, I have my own burdens. Now, I think, uh, even though this looks pretty good in terms of everything, before rolling into the contract, I'm gonna do a quick checkup on it because I really don't have the option to do that in the field right now. I don't want any problems. Like mostly, what worries me is the, let's do this anyway. I mean, $16 altogether. It's mostly the header that worries me because that typically wears quicker than the machine itself. So I need to look for that. Now let's see if I have the contract. Hold on, that's fertilizer. That's, as I said, yes, it's grass. And do I have the contract? Yes, there it is. I mean, one of the main reason I'm willing to do that is that uh, I get almost 42 grams for it, and that helps with my money problems again big time. So let's go for it. What's with the camera over here? Seriously, I think that was because of the combine next to it, or I don't know. Strange. Anyway, now I think I will skip ahead to the point when I get to the field, and I'm going to see you there. Alright, 700 years later we are here. I don't know why I said that time, but yeah. So, the cool stuff I just realized is that I've had over 200 hours on this map in FS17, and I have, I don't know quite the amount of time on here on 19. And to be honest with you guys, not even once have I been in this part of the map during that time. So this is quite new part of this area for me as well. This is field 13 where I'm going to do my magic, or work my magic. Um, Essentially what's going to happen is the regular deal when it comes to grass handling with me. I'm going to do 4 headlands and then cut the middle of it one way or another. Easy peasy, because this machine, as you can see, especially if you are of the keen-eyed type, uh, so that I have guidance steering GPS on this one. Um, that cost me an extra 15 grand, but I figured I will go for it because it's extremely useful, even if I have rather smaller grass fields, especially compared to this one. I mean, okay, now I realize it's not entirely new for me, because I usually see this field when I'm coming and going over here at the dealership. This is the local dealership for farmers, and while, as you can see, they are generally advertising themselves as case, they do everything you can imagine. Like I'm more of a New Holland guy, or in some cases an Echo guy nowadays. Like, I'm running a greener combine, but when it comes to tractors, I definitely prefer New Hollands where I can. That being said, I don't have one New Holland on this farm, but I have a red tractor, if we consider that. And that old boy is going to be the feature, uh, or the superstar of this job, mainly because the Ford is sitting at the sheep farm, and I'm lazy to move it, because if I want to use it on this contract, that means that I have to um, go for a given implement, bring it over, and then take it back and bring it back to the farm. I'm not gonna do that. Um, and I'm not gonna move the John Deere either, I don't think so, because that means the same stuff, and I will have to visit there every now and then, if you guys remember, to do some loading with that boy. So that leaves me with the international for this one job, and I'm still thinking on the logistics. I haven't thought this through. It may just happen that I will still bring the Ford over. I don't know, because I mean, I'm gonna need the tractor, or I'm gonna use tractor at least twice. I'm gonna have to run the windrower with the tractor, and I'm gonna have to run the bale wrapper with the tractor. So that means two passes. I don't know. It's a good thing I won't get there tonight. Uh, that's like almost first headland, which is pretty cool. Um, Also, while we're rolling, this is as good of a time as any other to remind you guys that now I have a BitChute channel which is under test running. I am posting uh, extra footage from this farm over there. Now I have 2 videos up, um, and it may happen that I will do a third one while shooting this one as well. And I am working on reaching 50 subscribers over here on YouTube until Christmas, and that is pretty cool for you guys, because whenever that happens, uh, I'm going to start weekly lives fairly regularly, hopefully. Um, and also it's going to be viewers' choice what I will do within certain limits, like I give you options and you can choose. And that's going to happen on my Facebook page, so I highly recommend you go there and follow me if you haven't already, and I seriously don't know why I didn't. Uh, I am I am now absolutely adamant about making it run like it should be. Like, I started posting over there, at the very least at the current uh, time. I'm posting all the new videos that I release over here on YouTube. Uh, and stuff like that. So there is slowly movement. I seriously am thinking what else, as to what else to do over there, but I'm slowly working it out. Bear with me on this one. But seriously, the best stuff is going to be when you can vote over there. I think I can set up polls on that site. I'll check out. If no, I will have to look for something else, because YouTube doesn't allow me to set polls until I have 1,000 subscribers. So I really wanna get there for several other reasons as well, but definitely because I want, I don't know, I wanna be happy with that. It's not that I'm not thankful if you're already subscribed. I absolutely thank you. It's very nice of you to hang along uh, for the ride. But I mean, getting there is that would be cool. So, but first the goal is 50 subscribers, and I mean, right now I'm at 36, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but if you consider that you hit the subscribe button now, even though you can be the 37th subscriber ever on my channel, you can be the first one who starts this whole process of me getting to 50, and I think that would give you a warm and fuzzy feeling, definitely. So go ahead and do that right now. Also, dropping a like on this video is pretty cool of you guys. It's damn motivational to do one more or 100 more, as for that matter. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, what else? I don't even know what else. Okay, yeah, another thing, that now I started another fully fledged Let's Play series on FS19, and I've been hesitating whether to do this or not, and it's Valkyr Farms. Um, at the time of recording it, I'm one episode into that series, but I can seriously see myself further down the line when this comes out, because I have another episode ready to go. And if that works well, it's going to be another staple content on the channel for the coming weeks or months. I mean, no matter what, the DIY farm is here to stay. Um, but anything else is up in the air for right now. And I need motivation to do Valkyr farms. I mean, I have a blast doing it, but to do videos on it is another matter entirely. Yeah. Anyway, I think I keep working, and when I will have substantial progress, I'll be back to you guys. So I'm actually done with cutting all the grass, and the next step is windrowing, baling. Now, the way I usually do it for maneuverability is that I windrow the headlands, then I bale them up. I also wrap them and put them together, possibly deliver them, and then I go back to the bulk of the field, because the windrower as it is tends to mess things up. So just for the sake of simplicity, I usually do it this way, and this time won't be different either. Come to think of it, it's going to be even more difficult than that, because as it is, the field is L-shaped, so that means we will have, or I will have to do it in 3 steps altogether. Oh well. Yeah, so it's not easy. Okay, let's see where. How about I know that this windrower can pick up 2 of the windrows at any given time, just like that. It's already running. Cool. Now, actually, the good thing about this tractor, together with this windrower, is that it has the guidance steering on it. Hold on a second. I have a bad feeling because I checked up the tractor, but I didn't check up the windrower. Is it? It's a Kuhn. So, oh yeah. Okay. Uh, it's at 47%, so I reckon what I'm gonna do is I will jump down to the store to quickly have it sorted out. It's alright. It's along the way anyways, so yeah. Now, in the meantime, a weekend has gone, and I haven't done this because I've been doing other stuff. And the worst part of it is that I feel absolutely fine about it, even though I haven't recorded a second during the weekend. I mean, sometimes you just have to put that on the shelf, even if that's what makes your channel moving. You just have to let it go sometimes, and have to sit back and relax. We've been playing some No Man's Sky with Rob. We checked out the new upgrade, and its upgrade update, and it's awesome. It truly is an upgrade. Um, we had a blast with it. So yeah, that's what's going on. And now it's Sunday evening, and I'm pushing on with this contract, just so that we can move on. Alright. So I think this is the point where I will quickly just park out of the whole ordeal and jump down there to the dealership, and hopefully they will let me do the regular maintenance of this dung heap. Just real quickly. It's probably going to cost an arm and a leg. Let's see. It's whatever. It's $100. Cool. Now it should be run like a dream. Wonder if we can turn around over here. Yes, just barely, but we can. Back to the field it is. Good stuff. Alright, where was I? Let's see, I was over here. Now, ironically, I've been doing the same thing off camera during the weekend, as I finally found the resolve to finish the huge amount of grasswork ahead of me on my can farm let's play. Obviously there I'm running different setup. I have a larger rake, but I'm using the same little swather, this New Holland one, and it's doing banged up job, I must say. I mean, this field, this has been like a breeze through. Really nothing unimaginable, or how to put it. So it was like a dream to do it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, I must say. Whereas working with the good old haybine was sometimes tedious as all hell. Just simply because of its maneuverability. I mean, it was a nightmare to maneuver around with that one, with that long neck that it has. That being said, I hope its next owner will have as much use out of it as I had, because that thing I used for quite some time over at Black Mountains, and then I had it for some time over here just as well. So putting everything together, it wasn't bad. It just had issues, and I was unhappy about those issues. Let's put it this way. I wasn't fed up because no, it was just not really absolutely mind-boggling, but just mildly irritating, like with the wear and tear and all that. I mean, it clearly was or is an old model of an old machine, or an old mod of an old machine. If you check out the stuff that it had in in Giants, or it has in Giants Editor, you could easily say it's like FS13 or FS11 standards. The model itself. I mean a nice FS11 model for that one, for sure, but still. Not the stuff we have at these days. Alright, so this is the outer headlands. Watch me do that turn. That's going to be insane. And I miss a few tiny bits. But that's alright. Maybe with the baler we can pick it up alright. We'll see. Generally this is not a bad rake, but not the kind that I'm used to. I'm usually rolling with the ones that are PTO driven, that have those rotors. But that being said, this is a nice one as well. It drops a very smooth line, especially if you're rolling straight with it, not on a curve like right now. So yeah, it's a pretty good one. And since it's a brand new machine or implement that is vanilla in game, it wasn't cheap either, I think. But at the time I started this gameplay, there wasn't really a used option, not that there would be one. It's funny that you can find tractors that are pretty heavily worn, and combines and whatnot, but actual implements, it's very difficult to find older ones, and especially older ones that are worn down. Like, it would be so cool to have a rust bucket rake that is obvious, that obviously has been kept outside, I don't know, for the last 30 years. And you can visibly see that on it. That would be so cool. I would totally go for it, for a Let's Play series like this one, at any given day. But we don't have that, so I had to go with this one. And it's not a bad one, but still, it's brand new, and that hurts a little bit. Alright, so I think I will go on with this stuff, and then I see you guys when the baler is in the field. So the headlands are done. That means we're making progress, and right now I'm already baling the first half of the midsection. I like to call it the bulk. I don't know if anyone else calls it like this. And as you can see, the lights are slowly fading. We're rolling into the evening. It's almost quarter to 6 in game. Now you can see, guys, because the clock has hit the canola field over yonder. But I'm not too worried because, you know, I have working lights and all that, so it's all fine. Um, I think I'm going to roll with this contract as far as I can into the evening. I need to keep feeding the biogas plant anyway, uh, because that's something that I do with the silage bales of my own that came off of my very own field up in the at the farm. So yeah, and ironically, all the bales that are coming off of this field need to be carried back to the farm because apparently they have to be dropped over there. Uh, as you can see, the green circle is flashing um, in the middle of my farm. So yeah, that means two things. One, I'm the one purchasing it. Two, uh, there is a secret shop working at my farm. But okay, let's just say that the guy comes to pick it up over there, who just gave us the contract. Um, yeah, so this is what's going on right now. Uh, I'm using my famous baling with the pickup method because I just simply don't have a tractor large enough, and I don't want to waste money on leasing one when I have this solution and it's working. And you know, there is a saying here in Hungary, if it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid. So yeah, I roll with it, and I enjoy it because it's a pain in the arse when it comes to the headlands where you have to do narrow turns, but in the straight and narrow it's like a dream. It's working pretty well, so no complaints on my part. Also the headlands are done by now, so it's just the easy part really. Now the tedious part of these, I say part a lot. So the tedious part is wrapping the bales, and this field is a handful, um, and I do lots and lots of wrapping. But I figured this is or that is the step that will end up in the darkness if all else fails. And the tractor has really good working lines, the international, so it's absolutely fine. Mind you, it's not so good as most of the newer tractors, but it's not bad. I mean, for wrapping bears, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, an interesting adventure could be to actually pick up and transport the bales during the night time, but I mean that's my problem, not yours. So it's okay. Or you could say you have nothing to worry about it. Yeah. So is what it is. Also, the asshole weather has arrived here in Hungary. At this point, it's I don't know. I think it's not snowing right now, but it was snowing in the morning, and for the better part of the afternoon, it kept up snowing. It's not that it's cold outside, really. Or it wasn't that cold, so it didn't last. Especially on the roads or where there was traffic and all that, it melted away just like so. But it lost. It's still on the trees and the bushes and all that. Um, and I reckon it's not the last of it. I mean, we get some more in the coming days. It's a good thing that I'm not a farmer and I have nothing to do outside. I mean, well, generally, I don't think too much going on in terms of farming or arable farming, so field work here in Hungary. Usually, uh, that sort of thing tends to be done by the end of November at the latest. Uh, we don't have that late harvests that you can see with Millennial Farmer or Cold the Corn Star, to name a few YouTubers. We usually, or yeah, here the climate is much more friendly, and crops are ready to harvest. Well, a great majority of them during the summer. I think corn and sunflower is typically something that they tend to harvest in autumn, like in September, October, uh, especially if they are aiming uh, for corn crop and not chaff to do a silage clamp. Mm, but yeah, it's not good. I'm not too happy about it. I mean, snow. Yeah, it's very beautiful if you're looking at it from your window, but it's if you get close to it, it's cold, it's wet. Nah, it's no good. It's white. I don't have problem with that. I'm just joking. But the cold and wet part, that's no good. That's not for me. When I was a kid, I pretended I enjoyed like snowball fights and whatnot, but no longer. I'm not that kind of guy. Snow just doesn't move me. Not that I would admit it to the kids at school, uh, but I'm not a huge fan of snow. It's a good thing that I'm in secondary school now, and here kids don't really come up with crazy ideas like let's go out for a snowball fight and stuff like that instead of lesson. Like they accept their fate, like writing tests and all that while it's snowing away outside. Yeah, cool stuff. So what's going to happen is that I come down over here, then go back up on that window next to me. Then I think I quickly wrap these two lines so that I can move it, and then that will give enough space for the tractor and the windrower to turn around, and I quickly row up the second uh, part of the field that is over there, and then I can move with baling, and then it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. Because it's gotta happen. Oh, is that a sunflower field over yonder? I don't know. That once we're done with this contract, I think we will ticking through the night, or let it tick away. Um, with the notion that up until midnight I want to sell as much silage as I can at the biogas plant. Um, and then the next day is oat harvest for us. My only arable field, which is field 42, is ripe, absolutely ready for harvesting. So we'll break out the gleaner and let that field go. Oh, it's funny how the beacon flickers. I mean, it's not on. Now I turned it on for a second. Yet it appears as if probably there's a reflective surface inside. Alright, that's it for this part. That was pretty quick. I mean, when I started windrowing, it was already 5:15, and it's not even 6 in game, and we're done with this part. So this could be quite quick. The bottleneck part is wrapping. That takes forever. I mean, look at these guys. I don't even think I will wrap these ones, just the ones that are in the way, to make it quicker. Because windrowing and baling is not fun in the daylight, or in the dark. It needs to happen in the daylight. Wrapping, I don't really care about that. Also, ultimately, if I cannot go with that, I can finish the whole ordeal tomorrow. I mean, in-game tomorrow. Once it's daytime again. I don't think it will get to that because we still have 2 hours of some level of daylight and then some dusk. I think it gets really dark over here around 9ish. But if I'm not correct and it gets dark around 8, I think we're still good. It's just we have to be done with the part that wants light as quick as possible. Now I've done some baling in the dark in FS19, so I know that it's not fun. I have a gameplay that I never really showcase on Can Farm, and there I've been doing some mega grasswork lately. Like I have 2 huge grass fields, and I've cut those and then build them up to be silage bales. The wrapping is still due. Like I still need to wrap some, I don't know, 2000 bales or so. Crazy amount, I know. But it is what it is. I think I say it is what it is a lot. But, you know, guys, I'm not saying. It is what it is. Alright. Yeah, so this is what's going on. I think you've seen enough, you've heard enough, and that will make a great video. And next time we see each other, I think I'm back on the combine. Obviously, I will let you know how far we go with our uh, struggle to get rid of the, the loan that we have. Um, I mean, this contract will put a serious dent in it. Um, we're gonna have like 41 grand off of this one, so that's going to be great, and I think it will go straight forward. Yeah, but I mean it will go straight um, into repaying some of the debt that we have, or paying back some of the debt. I can't English today. I I don't know. That snowy weather just kills my brain cells slowly one by one. Anyway, thank you guys for checking out this video, and see you next time. Until then, behave yourselves and don't bribe strangers.